So after your SQL Express 2012 setup is finished, you can choose Management Studio. Remember, you can choose any particular version of SQL Management Studio, but I am just giving you an example with SQL Management Studio 2012. The process for other versions are also similar. So you can run this as administrator. I already have this installed, so I will explain you the installation process. So in your SQL Server Management Studio installation, once the extracting file is finished, you have to click on New SQL Server Standalone Installation or add features to an existing installation. So make sure that you have installed this. Then you will see Product Updates tab. You can skip it if you want. It includes SQL Server product updates. Then after all the updates are finished, you will see that it is completed. Let this process to be completed. This is an important window. In this window, you can either perform a new installation, or because you have an existing instance of SQL Server 2012, so you can add features to it. You can select SQL Express, and then you will see the installed instances here also. This is from the previous part, the previous software that we installed, SQL Server 2012 Express. After this, in the feature selection, make sure that you have Management Studio, Management Tool Basic selected and Local DB selected. SQL Client Connectivity SDK will be by default selected. And then after some process, after some installation progress, you will see that your installation is complete. So this is how you can install SQL Server Management Studio. After this installation is complete, open Run. So the shortcut to open Run is Windows plus R, and in Run type SSMS, that is SQL Server Management Studio. Type SSMS and hit enter. Wait for some time and you will be able to see the login window of SQL Server Management Studio. In this, I have my server name is localhost and /SQL Express. Authentication is Windows authentication. We can choose SQL Server authentication also. Remember, while installation of this, the option we selected was multiple authentication. So keep this as Windows authentication and then hit connect. If you are asked any password here, so that password will be the password that you created for SA in the installation, at the time of installation. Now this is your Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio administrator. Here you will see Object Explorer here, and now you can click this small plus sign here to expand the databases. You can see I have these databases here, and I have installed, or I have imported Northwind database here also. And inside this Northwind database, you can see tables. You can see the same tables that I had there are here also. So now in this particular Northwind database, I will first explain you about these things here, these tabs here. So this is new query, and here you can type any query and type and run any query. Make sure that your database is selected here. So I have Northwind selected here. So this is the MS SQL file for Northwind. Here you can see these lines are written. Again, you have to skip these lines because you are a beginner, so skip these lines, otherwise you will be confused. So I will share this file with you also. So if you want to install or import Northwind on SQL Server Management Studio, you can use this file. Now see, at line 123 here we have our create table command. So create table employees, employee ID, integer, identity 11. So I will explain the purpose of identity. Identity is similar to primary key in MySQL. So we are setting identity. That means at employee ID we are making employee ID as a primary key, and we are setting an auto increment of 1. So that is the meaning of identity 11 here, that we are setting it as a primary key, and we are also setting it as we are also auto incrementing it by 1 values every time a new record will be inserted. And not null means it is not null. Remember, in case of MySQL, we were using this left inverted comma here. In this case we are using double inverted comma. So other command is pretty much the same, and I will explain about whatever new things that you are seeing here. I will explain about these things in a particular video, but what I want to show you is how you can use this command to create a new database. So I am using SQL Server Management Studio here. Make sure that from here you have selected the master database, and here I have written a simple command, drop database Northwind, because in my case this database was already present, so I have dropped it. Now I am going to use this SQL file here, so I will share this SQL file with you. In this SQL file you will see all the commands are written to create table. Then once the table employees created, create table categories, create table customers, create table shippers, suppliers, create table, and so this is actually a dump. Here we have insert values also, so insert into customers, insert into categories, so everything is written here. So now I'm going to select this and make sure the master database is selected here, and now I have pasted the query here, and select all and then execute. You can see that it is executing the query, and query is executed successfully. You can click on refresh here, and now you will see that our database Northwind is created. Now you can expand this database, you can expand the tables here, and from here you can see that we have a database similar to what we have in MySQL. So this is the same database, it has products and everything. Right click on any particular table, select top 1000 rows, and then you will be able to see the values here. So this is how you can install SQL Server Management Studio, and in SQL Server Management Studio this is how you can import a database. Now I will write a very simple query here. Now I have written another query here. Select a star from products where units in stock is greater than 50. So this is the same query that we executed in MySQL, and you will see that same query can be executed in MS SQL also. This is MS SQL server, and we are executing the same queries here also. Just make sure that don't write these left inverted commas here. You can write double inverted commas here. So this is a working query. So instead of left inverted commas, you can write double inverted commas here, and this is how it is very much similar to MySQL.